Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss another topic of the reasoning ability, arithmetical reasoning. Arithmetical reasoning checks the candidate's capacity to adjust to the changing patterns among various arithmetic relations. Here we will know about the wonderful technique of using Venn diagrams and find how we can check various data relations. Let us begin. Here we have some contents for arithmetical reasoning, data relations, Venn diagrams, and some practice questions. Let us discuss one by one. First topic of arithmetical reasoning, data relations. Data relations are a subgroup of the arithmetic relations. This section in the exam paper has substantial weight. The questions in data relations are based on Bodmer's rules. You will be given a couple of relations and asked to find some variable based on the relationship that you develop from the given data. This is how data relations work. Let us begin. Here we have some table of contents. Let us start data relations with a question. The sum of your age and that of your friend is 70 years. What was the sum of your ages 5 years ago? Well, that is easy. You say 5 years ago. The sum of the ages will be 70 minus 5, that is 65. You would be wrong. Let us figure out the answer and develop a method that we can trust to solve similar problems. The first step in such questions is to figure out the relation. This is the most important step. The relation could be a rule or an algebraic expression or even an equation. For example, in the above case, we can say that let A represent your age and B be the age of your friend. Then as per the question, the relation is A plus B is equal to 70. Now 5 years ago your age would be A minus 5 and that of your friend will also be B minus 5 years. So the new sum of your ages will be A minus 5 plus B minus 5. This can be written as A plus B minus 10. Here we have a shortcut for above example. Take the number of years that have to subtract 5 in the above example and multiply it by the number of people, that is 2 in the above example. The difference between this number and the given sum is the answer. Let us solve other types of examples. Fraction based problems. Data insufficiency. Here we have one example for data insufficiency. In a hospital, 1/5 of the staff and 1/3 of the patients admitted to smoking inside the hospital. What fraction of the total people present in the hospital? Considering that at any point a person in the hospital is either a patient or a member of the staff, smoke in the hospital premises. Here we have options. So, if you don't quantify this, you are bound to make mistakes. By quantifying, we mean that you should try and form an algebraic expression from the given data. In these questions, since the number of medical staff or the patients is not given, you might be tempted to take some arbitrary number but that is not right. As we will see, here the data is in the form of fractions. Let us solve it now. Let M denote the total number of the people of the medical staff and P denote the total number of patients in the hospital. Since we have been asked to find a fraction of the total number of people of the hospital, that would be M plus P is equal to N. M plus B is equal to N is the equation 1. Step 1. From the given condition, we have 1/5 of M plus 1/3 of P is equal to smokers. Therefore, we may write 3M plus 5P by 15, that is equal to smokers. This is the equation 2. Since in equation 1 and 2 we have two equations and four variables, it is impossible to determine the solution with the help of algebra. To solve four variables, we need at least four equations. Hence, the answer is C. The data is not sufficient or the data is inadequate. Next, miscellaneous type. Here we have example. A person goes to the market and purchases some apples and oranges. An apple costs 8 rupees per piece and an orange costs 4 rupees per piece. If the person spends 64 rupees and buys both apples and oranges, how many apples has he bought? Here we have some options. Let us answer it. Let A be the number of apples and O be the number of oranges. From the given condition, we have 8A plus 4O is equal to 64. This gives 8A is equal to 64 minus 4O, or A is equal to 64 minus 4O by 8. Now, you might say that this can't be solved and the option is C, data insufficient. But that is not right. There is a hidden condition here that the number of apples and oranges can't be a fraction. They must be whole numbers. This happens when O is equal to 2. In that case, A is equal to 7. So, the man has bought 7 apples and 2 oranges. Here we have some practice questions. I am providing answer also. You can do it yourself. Next topic of the arithmetical reasoning is Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams are a schematic way of representing the elements of a set or a group. In your exam, you shall definitely encounter such problems in each Venn diagram. We represent sets or groups of objects with the help of circles or ellipses. The questions asked in the bank exams will either have the Venn diagrams or given, or you will have to guess the type of Venn diagram that will suit the particular relations. Here we have some table of contents. Let us discuss one by one. First, Venn diagrams. The intersection of these ellipses represents all those elements that are represented in either of the sets. In mathematical language, it represents the intersection of the two groups. These ellipses are often drawn inside a rectangle. This rectangle is supposed to be the master set or the universal set. Consider the following diagram here. In the above diagram, we see that there are three groups or sets called A, B and C. These three sets could represent any given collection of people. For example, say set A contains all the people that like candy. Set B represents all the people who like ice cream. And set C represents all the people who like chocolate. Then the region marked as AB represents all the people who like both candy and ice cream. The region marked BC represents all the people who like both ice cream and chocolate. Similarly, the region AC represents all the people who like candy and ice cream. The region ABC is known as the intersection of the sets. The people in this region belong to all the groups, that is they like candy, ice cream as well as chocolate. Now that we know that Venn diagrams are, let's solve some examples. First kind of problems. In this type of problems, Venn diagram will be given and you will be asked to answer questions based on the given Venn diagram. Take care of the boundaries and do write down the data that is given. For example, consider the following diagram again. Here we have the problem. Let A, B and C represent people who like apples, bananas and carrots respectively. The number of people in A is equal to 10, B is equal to 12 and C is equal to 16. 3 people are such that they enjoy apples, bananas as well as carrots. 2 of them like apples and bananas. Let 3 people like apples and carrots. Also 4 people are such that they like bananas and carrots. Answer the following questions here. First question, how many people like apples only? This means that we have to find the number of people in A minus the number of people in AB plus ABC plus AC only. We know that the number of people in A is equal to 10. Also, the number of people in AB is 2, AC is 3 and ABC is 3. Therefore, we have the number of people who like apples only is equal to 10 minus 2 plus 3 plus 3, that is 2. So, the answer is 2. Next question, how many people like only one of the 3? The question here is asking us to find us the number of people in A plus B plus C minus AB plus AC plus BC plus ABC, that equal to 10 plus 12 plus 16 minus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3, that is 38 minus 12, that equal to 20. Next, problems of the second kind. In these types of questions, the Venn diagrams are given in the options. The question will contain analogous words and you will be asked to represent these in the form of a Venn diagram. Let us consider the following example. Out of the following Venn diagrams, which one represents the relationship between the following animals: horses, dogs? Here we have 4 diagrams in the options. Let us find the answer. All the dogs are animals. Also, all horses are animals. So, if we have 2 circles, one representing the group of dogs and the other representing the group of horses, then we can say that these 2 circles should be inside the greater circle that represents animals. However, no dog is a horse and no horse is a dog. So, the 2 circles are ellipses representing the group of dogs and the group of horses will not intersect. Thus, we see that option A is the correct option. Next question, consider the following diagram. Here we have rectangle, circle and triangle. Triangle represents persons who takes tea, circle represents persons who takes coffee and rectangle represents persons who takes wine. The question is, how many people like tea and wine? If you check the region of overlap between the triangle and the rectangle, you will find that in the region shared by the 2 figures, we have 17 plus 15 people is equal to 32 people. So, 32 people are such that who like both tea and wine. Similarly, you can ask how many people like tea only. As you can see, the answer is 20 plus 10, that is 30. The summary is, solving Venn diagram questions is easy if you take the help of visual aids. You can shade or mark different areas that represent different groups or sets. However, the point to be noted here is that the relationship or the absence of any relationship between the given quantities should be marked very carefully. Here we have some practice questions. You can solve them yourself. Next topic is arithmetical reasoning practice questions. Now that we have seen the arithmetical reasoning section, it is time to check our knowledge. The following section has all the arithmetical reasoning practice question types for you. Let us begin. Here we have some contents. Let us discuss them one by one. First type 1 is calculation based problems. Next, type 2 data-based questions. Type 3 problems on ages, miscellaneous problems. So many are there. Here we have so many questions and answers also provided in the end of the questions. So you can answer them yourself. You can practice them. It will be better for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe my channel.